Alrighty, so last we left off, the party had found itself escorting a decoy caravan to the village of Waypoint, south of Everwinter, in an attempt for you guys to perhaps make some gold while also getting more acquainted with your new party member, Nico. You guys arrive in the town, and after resting for the evening, after a few colourful encounters, you guys wake up the next day and break fast with an old acquaintance, a Judge Balin, an inquisitor of the Church of Everwinter, and the interaction seemed to go quite favourably towards you guys. With the rest of the day ahead of you, the party decide to split into two groups, with one party, Team Forest, heading into the nearby woodlands to try and investigate signs of undead in the area, as alluded to by Bailiff, and Team Townie, who decide to follow up on your main reason for being in Waypoint, the cutting of the diamond required to resurrect your dead companion Zebu. After a number of
Cameras are a bad idea.
At least it's not in your fucking face. Look at this.
Hey, you're fine. You don't pay attention half time anyway.
After only a matter of hours, a couple of hours, Team Forest stumble upon, while tracking some sort of party, stumble upon some strange fauna that piques the curiosity, sort of these red flowers lathed in a green, slimy substance. Team Townie head to Gormlick's workshop, where they witness a sort of entertainment for some of the local children, and upon entering the workshop, a number of sort of haphazard sort of oddities and trap-like devices are set off, much to Gormlick's amusement. Back with Team Forest, you guys stumble upon Amir's group, who you had been tracking, who are also investigating signs of undead in the area, and combining your two parties, you guys find more of these strange flora, which lead you towards what seems to be some sort of ritual circle, had sort of taken hold in the local wildlife. Back with Team Townie, you guys find yourselves, after a number of discussions, lingering outside Eugene's workshop as Nico guides you into the threshold. You guys meet Eugene, the sort of local jeweler, a very mundane, non-interactive individual who sort of was all business. Team Forest head back to Waypoint with Amir's group. However, a number of tense discussions are had as Amir is reminded of Six Axis' dealings with the investigation, interacting magically with the strange, unknown substance that was found on the plants, to which he explicated that perhaps it might have been a rather unreligious thing to do with your time in the forests, and
I did my best.
yeah, and as Slevin, you sort of speak to Amir, he sort of very much in no uncertain terms gazes unfriendly towards your lizardman companion and sort of indicates that more might be had of this in the future. Back in Team Town.
He liked me.
Back in Team Townie, the interaction with Eugene is interrupted by a more welcoming, more joyous individual as Derlin Featherstorm, the legendary bard and adventurer, graces the workshop, and a moment is had with his grandson Nico and himself. And Hanzo, you are sort of here to sort of witness this. pickup as
Yeah.
as Hanzo and Nico, you are sort of outside of this corner store, this corner building, sort of with these double saloon sort of doors that go in towards this wooden building where Derlin has disappeared into. As you look across the square and you see your compatriots on one side of the square, you see Rudius sort of emerging from an alleyway, looking a bit better than he had before, and you also see Slevin, the half-orc gunner, the dwarven ranger, and Six-Axis the lizardman sort of approaching you guys from across the square.
Where have you been all this time? Did you find anything out?
Amir is not with us anymore.
Amir left you guys as you guys kind of came into town. He cited that he would be meeting back up with Balin to give his report.
We did a good job.
We missed you guys. We nearly killed some people here.
Which one? Which one?
I shouldn't be left alone, I think. But that's beside the
You
point.
were not alone.
I know.
Are you okay, Nico?
I'm gonna be alone.
Can you tell me what happened? What happened? Tell me.
Say.
That little fucking guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He got me powdered.
I got you powder.
Yeah, he got me powdered.
No
powdered
worries.
in my face. I've never seen it before.
Later.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure something out for him.
With your perception, Gunnar, there's a bit of like white sort of chalky substance in Hanzo's ear, sort of there.
I'm assuming it's drug.
As you
Soon,
should.
right?
Yeah.
Alright.
We figured some stuff out. We went to Nico's
Yeah,
Nico's father and stuff.
you got Eugene get the job
He's
for us.
working on it as we speak. So
How long will it take?
A day.
A day?
Per diamond?
It's gonna be one day.
For one
I
day.
left all the diamonds there. Should we go back and get them?
Did you?
I was just impulsive. I was running around a bit.
Grandpa is around with us?
Currently, it's just you guys see a number of sort of the village people sort of walking past, looking haggard and tired, as you've come to expect over the last day in Waypoint. You do not see any signs of sort of any boisterous individuals. You have no idea right at the moment that Derlin Featherstorm is present. For you, Rudius, you just sort of emerge from this alleyway after being very worse for wear, having dumped your head into a secondary basin of water, and are now sort of re-emerging and seeing the sort of the group gathering
Weekend,
around.
guys. Sorry about that.
So,
All in there.
long story short, on our side, we were with Amir.
We found the circle.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
Was we
The
looking
summoning circle.
for? We're looking for a circle, or
Thought it was a square.
We
I'm
found
not
the-
saying we were looking for a circle, but we did find
found a
it.
circle? Okay.
Amir was pretty positive it is a place where the summoning ritual will happen tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And we may have some issue with success.
Amir saw Six-Axis magic and he was not happy about
He
it.
doesn't like me, is what the problem is.
How come?
He's not the only one.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Exactly what I thought.
Shocker.
Maybe he's on this period.
Anyways, we might have to get rid of him.
I would hold off on this other.
Why
thing
is that
we'll-
our first solution for everything?
It has worked for a while.
Not always.
Yeah. What about that time when we blew up half the city, half the town district? Sorry, Rudy, it's not to bring it back to that, but.
As I said, some of the time.
What it's called, broken clocks and all that. But anyway,
But I don't trust him. He looks at me very... Like...
Can you blame
Judging.
him?
Yeah.
Like an heretic.
Yeah, like he wants to eat me or something.
You have to be very cautious with magic around these.
Burn you maybe. Yeah.
You know, they are not the most open-minded people.
I know, I remember him magic missiling me.
Oh,
It was...
You do, and it hurt.
extreme.
It hurt.
It's about this time that you guys start hearing footsteps coming from the interior of the building that Hanzo and Nico were standing outside of, and you begin to hear sort of a very boisterous sort of voice saying, "Don't worry, they shall be in a minute." As there is a sort of a loud banging sound as these saloon doors sort of open up on this corner of the shop here, and you see a an elven figure, lithe and tall, but also very muscular for an elf. He has sort of a spirally tattoo down his arm that resembles you of sort of a snake or some sort of creature like that. And he's carrying on his hip a scimitar and a buckler strapped onto that. And he seems to have some sort of something strapped onto his back. It's a harp. And he sort of comes out in these sort of very well-tailored but travel-worn clothes as he sort of comes out and he sort of bursts through the door and he says, "Ah, Nico, my good boy, who are all of these people that are here? We are having a party."
Yeah, sure. These are the guys I'm traveling with.
Oh, brilliant.
Whoa.
I thought we were closer than that.
I thought we were further
This
than
is
that.
good. I'm a realist.
We must introduce me to your compatriots, your story chums, your heroic adventuring companions.
That's along the lines of that. Yeah, I like that.
If you are not taking care of my grandson, I will kill you all.
Oh.
Nico,
He's taking care of
I will
us.
take care of it.
He's taking care of us mostly.
I'm gonna.
Hansel. Nice to meet you.
we have met before. You are
Oh,
a very
perfect.
short memory. It must be the age.
I'm gonna.
Gunnar, welcome.
The age I have lost.
Welcome to Waypoint. This is a lovely footstop to wherever your adventure may lead you. Come. I have been talking to Dino. He is ready to serve us food. Come, we must eat. We must share food and breakfast. I'm very hungry.
Awesome.
He sort of gathers you all up as much as he can. Come, Nico, come. And he sort of brings you inside. The interior of this place is this sort of L-shaped room with a bar all along the sort of the floor here in a similar L shape. And there seems to be some sort of cookery area in the back behind these sort of windowways. Standing at the bar is a very tired, haggard-looking human who's a bit sort of heavier, middle-aged sort of fellow with this shot of dark black hair. And he's sort of leaning against the table, like sort of tiredly, but also like expectantly as well, as he had just been conversing with Derlin. And the other thing you notice about this, there are no customers in here. The place is completely empty. Sort of strikes you as odd, being sort of morning time in a sort of an eatery area like this. As sort of Nico sort of begins
bulimic.
ushering you in.
Everything.
Derlin sort of starts ushering you guys in as the door closes behind you. And you hear, "Alright, g'day. This is Jody's diner. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way in. Make yourselves comfortable, like you're one of the bits of the fucking furniture, and our food will be right to you.
Thank you so much, Dino.
Thanks, Joey.
And my name's Dino. Margaret's in the kitchen. We get some food as soon as you're ready. Currently, we've only got scones, because all of the flour keeps fucking going off. Alright, so we got scones. I can do a bit of eggs, a bit of bacon, if you're hungry.
And I just turned to Hanzo and
What is he saying?
It's an
He's from Kerry, man.
Is he sick?
The DM will remember that. You French fuck.
I don't really understand where he's from either. We'll eat some food and then right. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I just go and sit.
Can you
next to
translate?
Dylan.
Yeah, I'm ordering a
He's
pint.
got scones.
Do you have anything to drink that is not rotten?
Absolutely not.
I will get a rotten one then.
I can get you some alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
It's pretty sour, but it's been rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's been rough.
I will get some one.
All right, come here, Margaret. And you just hear he sort of bashes the door and goes into some sort of other room, sort of in the back, and you hear sort of clanging coming from there. And Derlin sort of sits you all down this sort of wide table here, suitable for like 10, 12 people. He sort of sits down. I hope you have been taking very great care of my grandson. You are adventurers, a sort of very colourful group here. Lizard man.
Colorful,
It is
yes.
nice
The
to see.
nature's borderline.
Yes.
A dwarf outside of the dwarven kingdoms. A pleasure, an absolute pleasure. Welcome to the great sky.
Our pleasure is mine. I heard a lot of story from your
Of course.
grandson about you.
I have heard absolutely nothing about it.
And you have not been talking to Titor because that fucking liar will tell you anything about me to make him giggle a little bit.
But he's a liar.
He,
So
of
he's
course,
not telling
he is.
me anything about you.
Of
then,
course
so-
he is. He is an absolute asshole. What brings you all to Waypoint?
Well, then first we were here for helping Nico and John Morningstar for a caravan job. And then we met a judge here. I don't know if you're aware.
Oh, there is a judge in Waypoint.
Judge Balon is around investigating.
You did not tell me this.
He's going.
Investigating and the shit.
Met him in the morning. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, he's lovely.
The judges can be a little bit strange. I tend to keep away from them.
What brings you around?
I am simply returning home. I was adventuring in the south, slaying many creatures and finding lots of treasures, and I found my way close to home, and I thought I would come in and check on my son. I'm delighted that I could meet Nico here. I thought you were away, my boy. I thought you were away.
Perfect time. Perfect time.
Perfect. The gods, they bless us. They truly do. Truly do. At about this point, you hear more clanging from the kitchen as sort of Derlin sort of is sort of there, and you are simply doing this caravan job. It seems like a very armed and dangerous group. This half-orc fellow. Your name, sir? Slevin.
What's your?
I am Dorlin Featherstorm. Pleasure to make your
I
acquaintance.
forget every name.
I am not surprised. You seem like a man who would battle a behemoth with his bare hands and strike it down until it was dust and nothing. And then, yes, of course, we have stories about these mighty adventurers. You fit them perfectly.
Except these are children with blue hair.
At some point, I'm ready.
This is a great.
But telling people lives.
Long story. You know.
Inside joke.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
But we're also here to save our friend.
It's my heart.
That's why Nico's father, Yuji, we know your son.
My son is a very fine jewelry craftsman. What could you possibly need with him to help your friend? He is not a very adventurous type.
Jewels, exactly.
Well, I have this power that I can use jewelry sometimes and resurrect somebody.
A resurrection ritual. Incredible. This is very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you were diminishing it by using one word to describe the whole thing. But yes.
It is simply I've learned this trick a long time ago. This is why.
Oh, you're diminishing it even further.
Of course. And you have many strange oddities. I can see your dress is very. You are from the north, yes?
Oh, you know.
Of course, I have traveled to many places. Titor in my company as well, and many others. This is.
How far north have you ever been?
Oh, quite far. I don't like to brag or anything, but we have been pretty crazy with how much we get around.
Have you fought the demons up on the barren hills?
Of course we have.
Oh,
Again, this sort of thing around these sort of parts, people don't like to hear about it because, I mean, usually you can sort of spin a story and say you're like a giant or something much more believable. Demons and things tend
yes,
to
it
people
would
ask
put fear
questions.
into their hearts forever.
Or it will get you tied up and chained to a fence and killed. You need to be a bit wise as well as...
This is good information.
Maybe he's a judge in town.
We can write that down, actually.
Precisely.
We don't want you dying.
Wise words, yes.
It's about this time that Nico sort of you hear a slamming of a wooden door sort of barging, and you see Nico, this human, sort of come out with these plates. Oi, Margaret, just give me fuck off for
Dino,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Nico, where are you teleported to?
Dino, yeah. Just give me 2 fucking minutes, alright? And he sort of comes through and he has these trays and he sort of sets it down. Alright, we've got bacon, we've got egg, we've got a bit of scone, and your beers. 1 second. And he comes back and he brings on these beers.
Can I check the food? Do I see anything off? Like
Makes a perception check.
Can I help him with cooking skills? Like, can I investigate the food as well?
Yeah, sure. You could use a perception check or Investigation, either or.
Oh shit.
Can I like compare the food to the
Investigation
rations
with
that I have?
advantage with the goggles.
Yeah,
works,
it will be, yeah.
Do the rations like that we have now that we've been here at night, do they seem to be okay?
Make a
Compared
perception
to the
check.
food like fresh?
Yeah, make a perception check.
7.
7. You have a look at it, Nico. Seems okay. It looks like it's not like the tastiest food you've ever had, but it doesn't seem like rotten or anything.
So yeah, I put the goggles and I got 16 on investigation on the.
16. What do you get, Hanzo?
3.
3. You look at the rations. You're like, it's food, man.
Good.
And yeah, you start eating.
Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute.
Yeah. You chew into it. You chew into like he's put a bit of mash next to the sort of like starchy stuff next to the sausage and the egg and things. And you sort of chew into it and you get like a bit of a mossy like crunch. It's grand. But you don't think anyone noticed. With a 16, you'd smell the beer. It smells off straight away. Like
I think it's right away.
That was something I was wondering as well with my new armor that I'm poison immune now.
Yes, you are
but
poison
if
immune.
I eat something that is poisoned, do I notice it?
You wouldn't notice it. Like you wouldn't get food poisoning or anything, but you do the flavor would be things like that. Like it would be unpalatable basically. It'd be like eating rotten food. With your 16, you start to poke around in the sort of things. You open up the sausage there, and there's a load of like rot inside in the sausage. The egg is sort of all is like not quite the right color. There's it's not like burnt, but it is like again rotted and things like this. And there's a bunch of furry sort of mold inside in the bit of starch there.
So I let the boys know, guys, this food is rotten to the core. And when I say that, I what? This is rotten to the core. You should not eat that, guys.
I just give you my
I hate to waste food. So
Yeah.
I just had a breakfast. Not too long.
Beyond initial inspection, when you guys sort of go in to start tucking in on what food is sort of provided for you, and it is sort of like a meagre-ish meal. You guys didn't pay anything for it yet. When it's sort of brought out, you see Derlin being like, "What the fuck is this? Dino,
no wonder why those people look so tired if they eat that shit all day long.
Dino, what is wrong? Dino, what is wrong with the food? This is." I have better trail rations than this.
It tastes like a good piece. I like it.
Seriously, Dino sort of comes up and he looks at it. He sort of, oh, for fuck's sake, Margaret! I thought you said that sec was all right. For fuck's sake, we're terribly sorry. And he sort of picks it up. It's fucking food. We need to sort this shit out.
It's all good, Dino, no worries.
Got you covered.
Yeah, and sort of throws the whole thing away. I'll get you like water or something, but there's no guarantee. No milkshake. We haven't had
I'm
milk.
not too hungry, so I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
gonna
Yeah,
start.
that's my appetite.
Yeah.
Well, thank you anyway.
It's annoying because we can't sell food when there's like, no customers.
I'll give my goal and like.
Hey, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just I've plenty of money. It's this place has been roaring for years. It's just the last week has been fucking terrible.
No. Interesting.
Can I do it? Can I do an insight check of whether he is telling the truth?
Yeah, go for it.
Really is just thinking in his head like, Australian food seems right on.
Right on
Plus
point. 26.
26. He seems dismayed and disheartened that the food that he served was bad quality.
Dino, do you have any clue on where this rots can come from?
I was inspecting the damn rations this morning. They were absolutely perfectly fine, and Margaret just cooked them up. She double checked them. They were grand, and then we've just served them up there, and they'd be fucking rotten shit inside there. It's driving away me customers. Driving away. It's
But I heard it's happening all over the town.
It is,
Do you know anything about that? Like,
other than the food that we're getting is
Maybe we
absolutely
should
horseshit.
get to know
Can I take a look at your food just to see in the storeroom? Just to see if we're seeing the same things and all that.
Make a persuasion check.
Just as a.
Can I see all your supplies?
I'm just wondering, is it down to them not being able to, is it like magic on them? Ooh, persuasion. That's good. 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Jody sort of looks at, or Dino sort of looks at you. You're not a health inspector, are you?
Far from it, my sir.
You look a bit grubby, so come on.
Yeah. I'm more of a surgeon with swords. Well, come on.
Alright.
I'll just take a look and see. Like, point me to the good food, if you wouldn't mind. Just
Yep.
to see.
Can I follow? Like,
Yeah, you can go in as well if you want.
Food is my business. You have to
You know your shit. Yeah.
But this time, Derlin sort of, I have food in my bag. He sort of takes out, he puts his hand in his bag, and he actually puts like a parcel on the table, and he unfurls it, and it actually unfurls into like almost like there's like a roast ham in the middle and like loads of veggies and stuff, and it's sort of onto the table. As he unrolls the thing, there's like glasses already poured of wine on the thing. This is much better.
Impressive.
Fancy.
You guys head into the back. As these guys start heading to the back, sort of, Derlin sort of turns to you and sort of Nico, and he starts kind of talking to you like this. And he starts asking you things about like how's Everwinter and stuff like this. And is John treating you well?
Yeah, he's been. He's a bit weird, but that's just John.
I would hate to recommend him to you and then he would not treat you too well.
No, it's all good. He's okay. He's okay.
How was you were talking with Eugene before I came?
Like always, nothing.
I apologize. Eugene is.
I know. You don't have to.
I blame myself, and the reason I give you so much of my joy, my boy, is because it just did not work when I was trying to. He's a bit.
I get it, but at least I have you, so it went. But to be honest, I'm a bit.
It is okay. We do not need to talk about this.
Oh no, I'm just a bit concerned about him with all this shit happening in the town.
Oh, thank you.
He did look a bit tired. Yes, he did.
Yeah, and I just don't want anything bad to happen to him.
It is interesting. This is the first time hearing of it that there is unfortunate things happening to the people in the town.
Yeah, we just came here last night, so it's kind of new to us as well.
It's very.
But how was your
Be dirty.
service?
It was very good. I battled a giant scorpion, and there was
yes.
He starts telling you these stories of like all these things. He's like,
Can I-
it was.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, go for it.
He's just acting all tough.
He's legit, man.
That's 16, yeah.
16. With the 16, he's a hard person to read. As he's sort of boisterous and charismatic. You get the sense that he's telling you most of the truth. As he started telling the story.
Small scorpion.
As he started says, there was this great scorpion and it came out of the sand, burst up in a massive sandstorm, and I didn't know what was happening, but my reflexes saved the day as I clashed with the creature, fighting for my life, and it was lucky too, because I had no food, so I could eat the scorpion.
What color was the scorpion?
It was brown and speckled with a lot of different colors of brown and white, very to blend into the sand. It was magnificent.
How fast was the sandstorm?
How many grains of sand?
It was quite quick.
How many cubic meters?
It was quite quick, I assure you. But as I fought the scorpion, it led me, and he sort of goes into this thing, his cave crystals and all this, and he sort of describes all these things. And while Derlin is sort of entertaining you guys with the story here, you guys heading into the kitchen. He takes you into the back, and you see for the first time Margaret, the sort of long brown-haired human who's sort of busy chopping up stuff. And even with your perception, you can see straight away that the stuff that she's chopping isn't like green and vibrant and healthy as she started doing it. It's Dino. Don't worry, Margaret. We're checking up the stocks. Don't worry, they're not a health inspector. As he sort of brings you into sort of a pantry area, sort of a sliding door here. You look in, it seems to be a lot of like starchy stuff, potatoes and things, breads and things, and like a stock of meats and stuff. If you want to have a look around, perception or investigation.
I want to find specifically if I find trace of the same mold we found in the woods, the one I have the sample of.
Awesome, yeah, cool.
Do you have advantage in this kind of situation for me?
It's not
For
in
what?
It depends on what
Find,
we found.
find undead food.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll say for this,
I was like,
roll one dice and then roll another dice.
Any particular?
10.
And
3.
10.
So.
So 10.
Natural 20.
oh, yeah.
maybe.
So 20 for top. So not 20.
It was perception, no?
Perception, yeah.
Or investigation. whatever you want.
Or investigation, either one.
16 on investigation.
16, cool. With the 16, you don't find any sort of moldy stuff that you were trying to find here. You don't find any of the stuff that you found previously. With the 20... 14, again, you don't find any traces of the slimy stuff that you found in the forest.
Okay.
What you do find with the 16 and the 14, a lot of this stuff is molding or already rotten as you sort of go through here. Like really unusable food, honestly, and you're not sure when the last time it was updated. And with the 20 as well, you sort of see the same thing, like all this stuff. You actually, with the 20, you see Dino picks up like a loaf of bread and is like, right, well, this is one that, oh fuck, and you actually see as he sort of picks it up, it actually starts molding as he picks it up. He's sort of, oh, here's one that was actually great. For fuck's sake. And he sort of lifts a bin and throws it into a bin.
Okay.
Fucking all weekend, this food has been just going off like crazy.
From which place it's coming, your provision?
I haven't been able to find any mould. I've been looking all topsy-turvy. We cleaned it all out last week, and we put it all back together. Couldn't find any rot or anything, and now we put all the new stuff back in, and it's deteriorating. It was fine for like a day.
It looks like a curse.
Yeah, can I pick up some of the nice food you got? Maybe the most recent one, just to see. I'll try to pick up. One is like less molded.
Yeah, he picks up like this big massive sausage patty and sort of gives it to you. And you can see he just gives you sort of this, and it's in a wrapper sort of thing. And you see it doesn't look too bad.
Okay. I'll like open it, I'll just hold it. And does it look like it's molding like the bread would be actively when I'm holding it?
Make a perception check. DC's not high.
Can I help?
We are all three together.
Wait, if you're all watching it, you can all make perception
Yeah,
checks.
3.
3. It seems fine. It seems fine. As you smell it, yeah, it doesn't seem. It smells a bit like stale, but not like crazy.
24 perception.
24.
Give me that.
Yeah. So with the 24, with the 14. 14. It looks fine. From where Hanzo is holding it. With the 24, it looks fine, but you sort of sniff, and you can smell like rotten, decayed meat, like that would give you food poisoning if you ate it. It looks fine, but you can definitely smell the decay here.
Now, I want to give this to you.
Yeah.
See if does the rate of decay change while you're holding?
Is it
Does
like
it
when he is on the
faster?
No, it doesn't try it.
Like the bread.
Yeah.
Like I'll pick up the bread from the bin and be like.
I mean, it looks alright. It looks
No,
great.
it's not, man. It's not. There is decay inside. The meat is spoiled. I don't know where you got that, but you should not eat it. For your own health.
We got this yesterday. He sort of puts it into the kitchen, the counter, and you see sort of Margaret like looking over, and he sort of takes a knife and he opens it up, and like as he sort of opens it up, like all these sort of maggoty like spits like crawl, spill out of it.
Do you have enterprises in the village?
Yeah. Oh, mostly we get our shipments from Everwinter, or maybe there's a.
These come from Everwinter.
This one came from Everwinter. We got a shipment yesterday, and this is where this came from.
Okay. From now on, you should get all the village together to hunt your own food because you are all getting sick from that.
No, while we are chatting, I go back to the dinner, I take a piece of meat and I just keep it, just to see.
Cool. Cool. Write down your inventory.
Call it Sally.
Diner meat from Waypoint. Diner meat from Waypoint.
Are you taking it from the diner or from
No.
Durland's stuff?
No, from the new stuff. Just to see if maybe the curse is.
Totally.
Yeah, so I'm letting Dino know it's like you should hunt your own food and eat it on the spot
Right,
because there is something off going on, and all the village is getting sick.
I did. I got a shipment in last week from Eric. He comes in every now and again. He hunts in the hills south of Waypoint, and he got a boar's head, and the sort of the loins of the boar, and it was perfect when he brought it in. But we cooked up the head, and there was all this sort of mildew and mold actually inside the head. I'd never seen anything like it. And then we stored the loins. They went off like 3 days ago. Absolutely, and these we salted them. We smoked them as well, just to actually make sure it was super preserved. They went off. They should have been lasting like 6 months.
And it was already in their head when he kills the beast. This morning.
When we were cooking it up, it was absolutely perfect. But we served it, and it blows my mind. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
We'll have to go cut something.
Yeah, the place looks rotten to the core. Like maybe this situation with Valiant and the undead gonna.
Right, but sometimes the food is fine. Like 2 days ago, no problems. It seems to be very hit and miss. I have to wake up every day and check the stocks, make sure they're alright.
Yeah, we're gonna investigate that and try to solve the situation for you. Don't worry, you know. But be careful on what you.
Oh, you're investigating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you can resolve the situation. It seems to be everywhere.
Food investigations, not like that.
No,
Not the,
it's just it seems people are saying that the town's getting very unlucky. Seems to be very sort of strange happenstance taking over the waypoint at the moment.
So yeah, I'm going back to the table.
Yeah.
I want to talk to
Derlin.
and I want to show him the somebody. Hey, Derlin, you know a lot of things.
You guys sort of return back to the table as Derlin is sort of recounting sort of a story. As Derlin is sort of telling to you, Rudius, Six Axis, and Nico, he's sort of like, and then there was this magnificent crystal, eagle. It was quite majestic, and then it was flying all around, and I had to try and duck and duck.
He's a fucking liar.
And he sort of like stops.
I was just looking at him like trying to.
And he sort of reaches towards you, Nico, and he sort of like touches your shoulder.
No.
And it's at that moment, as you sort of look at your grandfather quite closely, your eyes sort of, for whatever reason, like slide past him as he sort of gets close in a sort of natural way, but he's sort of sitting with the door to his back.
Yeah.
As he sort of comes in, and your eyes sort of slide off him as he sort of leans in here, and you see a figure that you've seen before. As you see this standing at the doorway, your vision sort of homes in for like at like the periphery, and you see this masked lady with this dark shroud standing at the doorway, looking straight at Derlin, and then looking straight past Derlin towards you. And you blink and it's gone. As your grandfather sort of rubs your shoulder and
What's that?
it is strange.
Strange, yeah. Tell me about it. Fuck me.
Can I as he's looking at it, can I see if it's anything like I've seen in the forest?
No. So make a perception check to try and find what you've seen in the forest.
Ooh. That is a 13.
13. You don't see any sort of. You do see a grey substance. It's not like the slimy sort of mold that you've seen before. What you see looks more like shards of like silver. As he sort of takes his finger away from Nico's shoulder, he sort of rubs the platinum scarf that is on Nico's around Nico's neck, and it comes off, and you see these sort of like almost rubbings of silver on it. And he sort of looks at it strangely, and sort of with your passive insight of like you've 16, 17, he sort of looks a bit like,
What is that?
and then sort of rubs it off. It is strange.
Are you shedding?
It is probably nothing. It is probably nothing.
Okay.
At least he had a weird reaction.
As you guys are sort of coming in, you see sort of Durden sort of rubbing.
Not direction.
You see Durden sort of rubbing his grandson's sort of shoulder and looking at it strangely. And then you sort of see Nico blinking.
Can I check inside check Nico whether is he like genuinely surprised or is he?
I'm not sure.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
What happened?
I just.
Is he hiding something?
Where did he touch you?
22.
First John, no.
Six Axis gives you a strange look. Are you,
Like always.
as you sort of have this moment, are you like trying to like hide intention?
No, now I'm trying to piece things together,
Yeah,
so
he looks-
I'm not really there.
He looks confused.
Yeah.
What did you see?
It is weird. This is this gift that I gave my grandson. It is
Decaying?
It should not be coming off on my finger. It is,
Did you buy him something cheap?
Knock off Gucci scarf.
You have been definitely listening to Tito Shatov. That bastard will never last.
Grandpas, do you know anything about Great Maiden? Does it ring any bells? Or Great Mother?
Oh, nice one.
Not really. Maybe if I could have come across it. Where have you found this?
I just keep seeing weird things since I met these guys.
I have been seeing weird things since I've met these people as well.
I know.
You get us!
We've been pretty
I wish you did, and I wish I didn't, but you get us!
We have been seeing some strange things too.
What do you mean, my
So
God?
prepared for
I
another
just
world,
keep
but I wasn't
seeing
prepared for
some
this.
lady with a white mask, almost like porcelain, just staring at me. I seen it first when I met the Tito Shadow guy. He was just standing in the bar, and then just disappears. Like,
Maybe it is a fan of
You
Tito.
think she's a great medium?
No.
You think so?
I mean, I heard stories, and that's the closest
But the
one.
Grave Minion is the one the skeleton that attacked us was walking
Yeah,
for, right?
maybe.
So the same one, the Grave Minion.
I think so. I think the fucker mentioned her when they were fighting about something.
But when
I
did you
don't know.
see it?
I just
Just now?
seconds ago. Yeah, by the door. I mean, maybe I'm just tired or just crazy.
Yeah, I would eat a good meal and maybe rest. This is.
Wait, was it the first time you saw her? Was it the first time you saw her?
No. I saw her
Detect
in
magic.
Everwinter at the Jumping Shepherd too.
Did you ask Tito about this? He is,
I know. At the time, I didn't mind. I thought
you
it
take
was just a
something?
trick.
Tito is very wise in opaque knowledges and things. I was always more of a fighter than.
You saw
Can I
her
ask,
when
would
you
I feel
encountered
anything
Tito,
when
and
anything's
you
going
saw her
on?
again when you
It's
encounter
anything.
your grandfather.
Yeah, but at first I didn't think anything about it.
Yeah.
Because, but it's just weird on the way here we met some fucking undeads. who are just-
That's the way after us for the general situation with Zibu, you know about that. But the one with the magical one was like mentioned.
When
earlier.
when started the visions?
Like the day before the day after we met, yeah.
At the jumping shepherd.
Well, that's just, maybe there's eyes on us, so maybe we should be getting out of here rather than staying here for too long.
Darling, are you part of the Harpers like Dieter is?
Before we get to that, make an Arcana check.
And then
17.
17. With 17, you would say if there's sometimes some presence sort of showed up, if you were concentrating on the weave at that
Yeah,
time,
might be, but-
you might pick it up. But after the fact,
Yeah.
unless they're still here, you wouldn't be able to pick it
But
up.
maybe
makes
it's
sense.
just nothing, I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
it's just weird.
Hallucinations are regularly nothing except if mushrooms are involved. But
Especially frightening.
How wise over there.
Usually I would pay good money for it, but it's really
Yeah.
just...
Would you?
Do not do drugs, my boy.
We can go later.
Never. It's just,
At least do not tell Eugene.
I know.
Or me, I would
I would.
hang up by your ballsack if you were doing it.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Have me one time out of it.
Theodore is part of the Harpers, that sly bastard.
Yeah,
I didn't know this. He will never live this down. He was always too goody two shoes for them. He said, "Oh, I am pure good. They are only vigilante."
So you're
I
not
have a
part of
question.
them.
Does he
No,
does he really look like a really good fighter or not?
this guy.
Oh god.
Make.
No, I don't want to fight him.
Oh god. That's what you said last time.
It just.
Oh, actually, yeah, too. Actually, yeah. I feel like it'd be very one-related.
Make an insight
Oh
check.
yeah, we are wrestled last weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We are wrestled last weekend.
19 plus.
I remember now.
I think I gotta use plus 0.
Plus 0.
I think
So you might be +1 because I think you have at least +1, isn't it? Wisdom. You might be skilled in it, but you have a +1. wisdom.
Plus one, maybe.
Yeah, so 20.
This one out
With a
there
20,
as well, or
with
like
your
on top of it.
sort of
Experience.
fighting background, yeah.
Somewhere.
Or like poured out somewhere.
your mercenary sort of experience. He looks like somebody who has seen a lot of action as he sort of holds himself there and sort of puffs his chest out, like, and you see the athleticism of the figure. Yeah, he could be a competent fighter. Yeah. But he has what you've noticed as well as the scimitar and the buckler. He has like a harp instrument on his back as well, as he sort of is sitting down there with you guys.
And yeah, like, so how was your father, by the way? Was he as tired as the rest of the town?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing we saw in the kitchen, all the food here is rotten, it's decaying super fast. And I think it might be related to that. And I show you, like, I have a sample of the mold we find in the forest. It's a grey mold.
Sort of this grey, like, slime, yeah.
The summoning circle that we found is made of this, and it's just decaying everything around with like
plants and everything.
Definitely undead shit. And
it was creating shapes of...
Darling, would you recognize that from your past experience or anything? The judge is here to investigate that shit.
So let's look it up. Sort of takes it in.
It was creating shapes of undead faces in their skulls.
Like you said.
Yeah, on the flowers.
The flowers.
It was very weird, man.
I have not seen anything like this before.
It may be the reason of all the shit happening in town. Those people are getting drained, I believe.
Yeah, maybe.
And Eugene is one of them. We have to.
He saw everything, but he doesn't know this shit.
Yeah, but this is undead corruption, man. It doesn't.
I have not seen everything, as there is plenty in the world to explore and tell stories of course. It would be such a... Slevin, my dear, it would be such a boring world if we knew everything. That is why we go out and we adventure.
Interesting way of saying I don't know.
Wait. Everything you say is so...
Six axis came to the table. That could be your best comeback.
This is why I'm Master Sexist. This is why.
Mr. Non-Social.
He's fucking learning.
This is why I love you.
He's learning.
Mr. All-Knowing, Mr. So Wise and so intelligent, please tell us, what is this weird goo?
It is...
I would not be surprised.
Deadly goo is definitely one part of it.
We have a name for it. On the nose, but I like it.
Am I able to like check whether it's like undead energy?
Evolving.
Considering that I'm like a spore druid who is like also able
I believe
to...
you already checked.
Yeah.
And I
you
believe
didn't like it. You
fell in-
collapsed.
I believe you collapsed onto the floor the last time you did that.
The results were non-conclusive.
You're not touching this anymore.
And then he lost it.
You did
I
try.
always feel the only one I have to protect you from is yourself.
Roll a history check, or 6 axis.
16 plus 2, 18.
18, yes. You remember focusing in on the weave and your sort of particular brand of spore magic, and you tried to connect with the sort of the aura coming from this slime. And when your magics started to intermingle, you remember this sort of curling sensation at the back of your head, and then you opened your eyes and you were looking up at the sky. You don't remember falling, but you remember sort of being on the ground. And then Amir being rather unhappy about the whole situation.
Yeah.
So Nico.
So I'll tell Durling before.
I interacted with it, and it knocked me out. I felt like it completely almost taken over, and I couldn't remember for a few seconds. So it is some powerful stuff.
It is quite strange, yes.
There's a lot of drugs at the party, sorry.
Sorry, yeah, we don't do that.
So we agree, like tomorrow night we're gonna fight along with Balon to this summoning site office that he is here to investigate, right?
Okay.
It's probably the reason everything is happening in town.
With sexist.
Darling, would you mind?
For the moment.
We might use
Be
a bit
quiet.
of backup for this situation.
While I was puking in the alley,
Will you join us in this?
Oh.
In this question? Also, yeah.
Will there be adventure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will there
Undead
be...
big
But there will be
circle.
also a
Big
very
bats.
big angry
Yeah,
church of
we
the
need a
morning
fighter
lord-
like you.
of the morning lord around, and
We're not sure if we can
But he
protect
might,
Nico on our own.
he might
Yeah.
save your
Well, you
son's
can.
life. It might save your son's life to investigate this.
You're not wrong though.
And we might be able to save
We're
the
not
house.
exactly the protector, so.
Because it seems to affect
Amir,
the
Travis.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just gonna list.
I get the feeling you're trying to persuade me to try and
We do.
protect my
We do.
own blood and
Isn't that what family do?
You should not be persuaded of
I
that.
feel like this is
If you
very,
go to save your city,
this is
your
very
son and your
disrespectful
grandson.
to Durl and Featherstorm and the Featherstorm family if you feel like I need to be persuaded
Oh,
to
that's
protect my own
exactly.
grandson.
Oh, sorry. We
Yeah,
just,
guys, that's fucking.
It's a given. It's a given.
No, stop. Will you come with us? I just.
Honestly,
He doesn't want to be alone with us.
honestly, yes, this would be a great opportunity to fight some
Yes.
action.
That was perfect persuasion.
By any chance, like when you play the
Grandson.
circle, you just put like a
Who's better?
tiny little like and could have broke the circle.
If we have an issue with the judge,
So like, it's like if they try to
if we have an issue with the judge,
I was a full
it would be-
listen, man.
No.
Look,
no. I won't. For this one, I won't be the issue.
The
I
judge
know,
might
I
kill
know.
us all, that's the problem.
no, I'm saying you're fucking around a lot, and we are not gonna cover your shit for you.
Yeah, but
So it goes.
it's if I won't be the issue.
I know it's not just you; it's all of you, right?
I won't
Get
be
your shit
issue there.
together. I know. But
I'm easy.
It seems like they don't take kindly to outsiders, so they don't really like my
Yeah, they
presence.
seem like not like bricks, but
There are always around.
That is
Okay.
very correct.
Always the semi-orc and the lizard mans. We are victim of
I mean,
racism.
for now, we are all on the same side investigating the same situation, and like we all agree that undead are the biggest threat
Yeah.
for now, and we're gonna check
Work
the
together.
other thing after that.
Still think it's us.
You know. We have lovely people that can even. Now, the guys, get your shit together. We have lovely people that can't get even good food on their table. This is a big situation here.
And this is the hill you're gonna die on, isn't it?
Food is important.
You're coming after our most
Fuck
loved
the city.
ones.
Oh, food.
Dying from exhaustion, okay, with an empty belly? No way, bro. Not on my watch.
For now, I shall simply retire to our home and inquire about Eugene's health.